still in the pool, one of the better offlaners at the moment. Or if you want to get it from position 5, like Venge, Winter Wyvern.
Oh, I'm thinking, where do we want to put this Dragon Knight? Do we want to grab our FNG hero first? I mean, that would be the Venge, if they do go that direction. I feel like Bane also being out there is a potential for them to take.
Oh, for sure. I forgot about Bane. I thought he's banned out for some reason. We see the rise of Bane. He seems like one of the most popular position 5s at the moment. Great laner. You have this half a second save. Fiend's Grip pierces magic immunity. But they decide to go with the Grimstroke. FNG Classic. 2 Dragon Tail stuns. That's always going to be very easy to execute, especially when you have Earthshaker in the team to set things up or just get the first jump.
Soulbind against Pango, Silence up against Enigma AA, who are very reliant on getting their ultimates
10
off
seconds remaining.
in these team fights.
5 seconds remaining.
I want them to go for like a big wombo combo here, you know, this is a match for pride. Bring out the good old Zeus, get even more percentage-based damage, more global threat with AA Zeus.
Is afraid of Ricky. Same goes for Ancient Apparition and Nigma. They have no defensive abilities once you get the first jump. And we've seen Nico Baby just going ham in one of those games yesterday with Rikimaru.
Oh, that's very true. He was diving enemy fountain towards the end of it. As they took down VP Prodigy 2-0.
Remaining.
That's a good shout. Right now, feels like the TA option still being open for Limp. It's very often banned out in that last stage to stop him from actually taking it. Gives them a lot of good synchronization with the Dragon Knight Blink Dagger timing. That jump and kill threat onto heroes like AA, Enigma, who like to play from the fog.
Turn to ban.
Admiral Tonka.
Alliance going tanky, even into the AA and Midnight Pulse.
Can they squeeze in Timbersaw? I mean, it's Kunkka, Dragonite, and Earthshaker. You have no real burst damage coming out from that
10
Timber.
seconds remaining.
You have potential Spirit Vessel Carrier in Kunkka.
5 seconds remaining.
It does look pretty good, though. I mean, Alliance could quite easily ban it out in that last spot. I mean, looking at OG's draft, Ricky for Sumail is a kind of a likelihood. Ancient Apparition probably for No Tail. Enigma, Saxa or Pangolier, and then the other one goes towards mid one.
Yeah. Also, Monkey is an option. This has been OG Classic, especially against the Kunkka.
Oh, that's true. And it gives them another big...
Yeah, and you have also good lane to go to, either against Kunkka, either against the Dragon Knight. Even though you can't really put Ricky mid against Kunkka, he would get demolished.
Another big team fight ulti. That Wukong's command into Black Hole, Ice Blast, Rolling Thunder. Now, OG have a lot of chaos creators. Well, let's see, do Alliance remember about the Monkey King? Currently looking very good on team fight, decent on the tower damage. Not so great at taking Roshan, though, as this Radiant side. It's always interesting to me seeing Lycan, Prophet, Enchantress, DP, all these pushing heroes. Oh, there's a monkey ban. All the pushing heroes being banned out. You're relying on kind of one hero per team here to actually do the tower damage, DK and Enigma.
It's enough. You don't necessarily need to go like all in on the tower damage just by having someone who builds a Necro book. You are able to go for tier 2 towers. Sieging tier 3 is a bit harder, but if you're controlling the map, sieging with Aegis is much, much easier.
5 seconds
so I believe Alliance is just want Nico Baby's hero and Luna. Looks like a very, very good Luna game. They can also run an aggressive trial lane. Grimstroke, Earthshaker, Luna, leave Dragonite in 1 versus 1 against any of these heroes. He should do fine.
Luna very good at standing her ground. Pretty early BKB carrier against Ricky, AA, Pango.
10 seconds remaining.
Always difficult to dive her as well. With that Eclipse ready.
5 seconds remaining.
Tons of ways here for Alliance to start fights. Get in, get out. With a kill or two. OG 30 seconds to grab up their last pick. The draft still reasonably open. Spectre was not something I was expecting at all. So where's this Ricky going?
Mid one Ricky. They shift things around. Okay, so who's gonna be playing mid? I suppose it's gonna be Pangolier.
Thompson AA. It's coming.
We usually see teams banning out Spectre when you're trying to pick Luna or TB, even though I did not see teams picking too much of a TB lately. The hero just doesn't feel that strong. But Luna, yeah, she suffers against the Spectre, where you have a lot of damage dispersed coming out from your ulti, from the glaive bounces, a lot of damage reduced, and also a potential blade mail carrier. Man, what's going on with OG? Offlane, Ricky, No Tail, and Nigma, so it's gonna be Thompson, Ancient Apparition.
Oh, what is happening? Well, they're having a little bit of fun, aren't they? If you're just joining us, OG are mathematically eliminated here from Group B in ESL 1 Birmingham Online. Alliance still with a pretty good chance here to get that playoff spot, as they are at 4-2. A series win here would secure them a place. OG with an interesting draft.
Seems like with this kind of a draft, they want to end it soon. If you know what I mean. Yeah, so Thompson, Ancient Apparition. It's been a while since I saw anyone playing AA mid. I'm having dandy flashbacks. But I believe it was also kind of a thing a couple of years ago when Alchemist was really popular.
Most recently, I remember Sumail playing it when he was still on EG. You know, when they were trying out the AA and the Oracle mid laners. That was still a while ago. As we'll get ourselves underway here. Game 1 of this best of 3. Alliance still in the running for that playoff spot in ESL 1 Birmingham. While OG are donezo down near the bottom of the table. And completely out of the running. And away we go. Getting ourselves into the laning stage. Saxa on that Pango. Mid one playing the Ricky. With a Thompson AA, a No Tail Enigma, and Sumail Spectre. While Alliance, much easier to read. You know, Hanskin, Earthshake, Nico Baby Luna, FNG Grimstroke, Kunkka for Limp, and a Dragon Knight for S4.
So it will be an aggressive tri-lane coming from Alliance, as we expected. Even if it's a mid one Ricky against S4's Dragonite, it's still going to be Dragonite farming underneath the tower, having that extra Dragon Blood. Dragonite should still get more out of that lane. And S4 has been stable, you know, not... I think they're sacking a lot of his farm so the others can actually get the farm, but he does the job.
"30 seconds to
So No
battle."
Tail, 1 Sage's Mask, 7 Tangos. Not going to get the double Sages out of him. Mid lane looks like the Nulls coming through from Thompson as the chat wheel spam begins. Like, how do you lane position 5 Enigma? You just chain pulling?
They did it before. You want to have those demonic conversions up and running all the time. Deny as much as you can. Pull if it's available.
We'll find out. As Observer Wards 1 from the Radiant showing deeper into that tower vision. And 1 in the lane from OG as well. Both placed in the lane, while down bottom, Dar Observer Ward, as OG do love to do. Scouting out for any couriers coming down here, which Saxa will be looking to snipe. Also going to block up the pull camp, make sure that if there's a support rotation down here, they're not going to be able to move this lane around for S4. Already a D ward from FNG.
FNG loves to start with 9 tangos when he knows that he's going to get like harassed a lot, but in this lane, I don't think he will. I believe in one of those games he had 7 tangos, and then a flask and just a couple of clarities. That was his build. Right now, he's just gonna body block this camp, and this one's also gonna get blocked. So not much they can do. Nico Baby will get the lane back near the tier 1 tower. Hanskin getting sure that that happens. Mid lane, Limp playing between tier 1 and tier 2 tower. Wow.
Yeah, getting some good cleaves there on the tops and cold feet.
I've seen Kankas playing this when the matchup is unplayable for them. Let's say against the Timbersaw, sometimes even against some other heroes like Monkey King. But he is being way, way aggressive than what I usually see Limp playing.
Straight up in the face of that AA. Sumail top also under some pressure. Having to farm between tier 1 and tier 2, but he's giving chase to FNG. That dagger forward, allowing Sumail to play aggressively, then fall back through the tree line.
Sax is just being pain in the ass on the bottom lane. Lucky shot level 1 and keeps trading with the Dragonite, disarming him, slowing him down, reducing the armor, while mid one is just farming. That's one way to adapt. Like sometimes it takes just a second to think about what should I get. Usually you skill your stuff when the rune is spawning, but with this kind of a build, Sax took a couple of CS away from S4 and is managing to like zone him out.
I think they saw this courier coming in as well, so Saxa moving forward. Microed back behind the tower though. S4 not going to give him a free courier snipe, that's for sure. Limp 15-3 now, starting to slaughter that mid lane as AA brings out his first null. Hasn't been easy for Topson. And the tri-lane continuing top, shutting down the Spectre tremendously. But Nico Baby's also apparently struggling to farm here. 6 and 4, CS not looking too good for the Luna. Secures another 3 there, nicely played. And right now it doesn't feel like there's kill threat anywhere apart from this top lane. It's going to come down to that Hanskin Fisher. Sumail has a dagger to get over the Fisher if he needs, but he's been held in place. Lucent Beam into the Inkswell. No way to get over the Fisher though, and that now blocks Alliance out of a potential kill on him until FNG finds the snipe. Nice Lucent Beam and a Stroke of Fate. Very well executed by Alliance.
That's a lot of units. Full creep wave, 3 Eidolons. One of the reasons why Spectre died there, and Spectre is only level 2, buys full infused raindrop just to mitigate any kind of damage. Spam coming out from Luna, which we usually see. Mid lane, Limp. Oh, Topson dropping low. Xmark is on cooldown.
Topson still has to lurk around behind his tower, just trying to regen up with a tango. Cold feet to try and defend him now. Limp breaks free of it. And he's got X-Mark Torrent. Topson is probably going to die here. They're bringing the TP from Saxa. Limp.
Disarm.
Disarmed. Saxa's there with a swashbuckle. Still trying to look for that cleave back. Topson, he's on 50 HP, but he turns.
Is ready.
Limp with an Invis rune. Fairy Fire. Saxa. Swashbuckle. The turnaround cleave as he's still going Invis. Limp, you bloody genius. Well, top lane, Fisher's there with Inkswell onto Sumail. They will not be able to connect it. But Limp, you beautiful god of a player.
Yeah. Invis rune has a fade time. That's why you can still do this and also try to TP once you pick it up. Top lane also going very well for Alliance, shutting down Spectre. They're not getting too many levels out of this top lane. It's 3 heroes sharing experience and also Enigma denying a lot.
Precious bounty.
No Tell trying to spread his Eidolons. And chipping away at them. Free CS there for Nico Baby. No Tell having fun with it though. Ricky up at the top of the last hits, 29 and 12. Mid one's going to be that super important piece of the puzzle here for OG to create space in the mid game, especially for this Sumail Spectre. There's FNG moving forward with the Inkswell. Hanskin still looking to line up this Fisher. Chain stunning Spectre. Pops the magic one though and gets over the Fisher. There's still the final glaive flying out from Nico Baby, securing the second death of Sumail. As mid lane, cold snap. It did connect there, but a TP out from Limp gets him home safe and sound.
Step lively now.
AA
Your
just hit
Admiral is
level
on
6.
board.
If he was level 6 before, that's definitely a kill on Limp. Dragonite on the bottom lane. Still doing okay. Ricky getting much better farm because what Pangolier did, just zoned him out for a couple of creep waves. Getting him extra farm, getting that Gloves of Haste, which is very important in blast hitting in 1v1 matchup. But now S4 turns level 6. So Ricky, he needs to bring some extra regen to this lane. Every single time you get close, you're gonna get that spit.
Saxa is down here, level 3. Tricks of the trade from mid 1. Dragon Tail returned in kind as S4. Backstab a bit by Saxa. Dragon Knight unstoppable in that bottom lane. While Kunkka stealing out a neutral camp here from the dire side of the river. Thompson trying to secure a little more CS as he throws the Ice Blast bottom. S4, let's see, he's going to get clipped by this. Mid 1 with Saxa on top of the DK, but the stun back onto Ricky. He needs to Blink Strike forward. Dragon Knight still alive until the second charge of that Blink Strike clears him up. And mid line, Thompson, stunned up by Hansken. Limp looking for the cleave, clears up the AA, and does a good amount of damage onto Saxa now with an X-Torrent. Ricky arriving, and the Torrent misses. That's annoyed Limp just enough to mess up the combo, and a double kill for mid 1.
Mid 1 needs to be very active this game.
See you later, nerds.
You have position 5 Enigma, who can't really do that much. Enigma will be farming, trying to buy space for Spectre. And they have good global presence from Spectre Haunt, AA, Ulti, so it's very important that Ricky gets that good timing on a Diffusal Blade. You can set things up just by scouting things out with Ricky, followed up with AA. It should be definitely a kill on one of those heroes.
Yeah, only now I'm realizing your statement from early on, the amount of experience that's been leached away by Enigma denying and both supports sticking top lane. Nico Baby is barely scraping to level 5 8 minutes in. As an Ice Blast coming in to connect on the Luna. Malefice level 1 with a dagger in 3 seconds, but it looks like Nico Baby should be okay to escape this. Okay, OG. They were threatening the dive. Mid lane, X mark onto mid 1. Tricks of the trade to dodge away from the torrent as he just waits for Limp to cast it before that little jump away. A 4-3. Alliance still building up into their timing. That Dragonite with Blink, Earthshaker as well, need those initiation tools as Hansken found by mid 1 and Saxa. Fisher required but dodged by mid 1 again. It's Ricky causing all kinds of problems for Alliance.
Step lively now. Your Admiral is on board.
Where's Limp heading? Phase, double bracer. We've seen a lot of Spirit Vessels on Kunkka, but this game, do you think he goes for maybe more of the Shadow Blade into crit build, go back for that classic?
Oh, FNG's in trouble.
Yeah, Sumail giving him the dive under tower. Nico Baby still level 5 as the Inkswell onto Sumail with that X-Mark drag back. The trade, 1-for-1. Sumail says wrong. Seems
Wrong,
like
that's trade 1 for 5 in terms of positions.
Doesn't feel so good. Ricky now dealing with S4 with Saxa again. S4 just going to give him a Dragon Tail stun as Hansken looking for the Fisher block off. No Tail's taken down by Limp, but S4 mid lane. The trio of OG heroes finding the Dragonite and stopping his Dragon form from finishing that mid-tier 1 tower.
That's a nice execution from Thompson. He used Ice Blast and instantly Chilling Touch just to slow him down so that he can't miss on the Ice Blast. Mid 1. He's scouting things out for the team. Him and Sox are just playing together. Sox are involved in 5 out of 6 kills.
And that's all space for Sumail Spectre, who now shifts bottom lane. Nico Baby, he's finished off his helm and he brings out boots to himself. And walking out of the range of mid 1 and Saxa.
Haunt is ready. They're playing the bottom part of the map. Enigma is there. Black Hole is up. Catapult waves, so they want to pressure this tower. They also have another global presence from AA out in mid lane. Kunkka gonna get clipped.
And the blink in from mid one finishes him off. Dragon Tail under the tower though with an Inkswell mid one. He's got no way to escape as the Haunt arriving. OG diving under the tier 1 with a Centaur Stomp. Nico Baby eclipses. Mid one still out there with a blink strike to the back. Sumail and Saxa on the front lines. Still having to deal with S4 who has the Dragon Tail back up again. But he's down to half HP and the raindrops, they're on cooldown now. So magic damage flowing through from OG. Still trying to bring this guy down, and the Ice Blast will do just that. While mid one, yeah, the Centaur stomps him, but OG aggressively moving forward, killing off that Helm creep.
Even mid one gets the last hit on it. 2 extra gold, 200 extra gold. Where is it? Both mid lane.
Lane, yeah, they caught out Sumail, but a tanky Spectre with Strength Threads and Wraithband, not really too bothered about that initiation. While Alliance dusting mid one, but they can't go high ground without the vision.
Alliance got outmaneuvered. Shaker TP'd bottom because they were putting the pressure, but they go mid with their global presence. They saw Earthshaker being on the bottom, Enigma putting some pressure on the tower. Ice Blast connects on mid, and Spectre just joins with the Haunt.
Chicky we're talking about is being dived bottom lane again. Saxa rolling Thunder, come in with mid one's blink, and Hanskin falls, now 10-6 to OG. The laning stage didn't look particularly good for them, but they're finding Ice Blast mid lane, FNG dropping, Limp trying to trade here, but Thompson, he's still got 700 health and a TP home is going to secure him safety.
Even with 1,000 less net worth than Kanka, he still manages to find so many openings. And it's very important once again that Ricky gets that Diffusal Blade. They can easily scout things out with him, follow it up with the AA's Ice Blast or Haunt. Poor man's shield found by Spectre. I believe you should give that to Ricky, even though that item sounds so good on your Spectre. Let's see what they find next. But having Ricky, that extra 8 agility, Ricky will be the one who's creating space for you, so maybe that's one way to say thank you.
Well, they do see the Ricky and Enigma with Pango coming into this top lane, so Alliance setting up for a proper fight. Luna has TP and Eclipse ready as they Dragon Tail, 3-man Fisher. In they go, Alliance coordinated, striking the Black Hole from No Tail. It's on to 2 big tanky boys. Kunka DK don't give a damn about you if they soulbind up the rolling Pango. He's leashed, and now the stun connecting on No Tail's Enigma, who's about to fall. A little bit more, and that's him gone as Limp with a double kill, clearing through OG's initiation. The perfect vision there, seeing them coming. They didn't even have to bring the Luna in. She can just continue farming.
Yeah, Grimstroke Leash just makes Pangoliers' life miserable. Now they're gonna take that tier 1 tower. S4 still needs 1,000 gold to finish off his Blink Dagger. They really made him suffer with the first 2 Ice Blasts, which is gonna slow him down. What is Thompson building? Just a casual power treads, found the Arcane Ring for himself. Extra mana sustain, extra damage.
The chain stun finds mid one's Ricky. That's a big kill. You've been talking about how important this Diffusal Blade timing is, now delayed, as well as the Spectral Haunt being wasted there. They thought Hanskin was a freebie, but he had the backing of Dragon Knight and the Grimstroke. 700 gold away from Blink Dagger. Hanskin having a pretty decent game now.
He got the last hit on the tower. Usually this is a okay timing for Earthshaker's Blink Dagger between 15-17 minute mark. That's fine. They managed to take down 2 tier 1 towers, so that's some extra gold coming out.
Thompson going for the Axe build. Removes the cooldown of that Chilling Touch.
I'll take that.
AA can have problems with mana sustain with that build though, so interested to see if he goes into like a Bloodstone as his second item. Maybe a Scythe of Vice. No Tail, just Arcane Boots. Nothing really spectacular for your Enigma. It's position 5, of course. I'm struggling to get a read on this game though, Lacoste. You know, you're looking at 2 Radiant heroes in the Kunkka and Luna going straight into BKBs to fight early. OG have some really strong, overwhelming teamfight presence. But then OG also have the Spectre.
Yeah, Ice Blast goes through Magic Immunity.
Lucent Beam into Inkswell. X mark there, but the Rolling Thunder gets Saxa out, then back in. Focusing FNG, blowing the Grimstroke completely off the map. And Saxa can still swashbuckle back to safety as the Fissure won't land. They're in, they're out. But now they're pinging Sumail, Spectre, as well as mid one's Ricky. A little out in the open here. Tricks of the trade to the high ground. S4 still doesn't have Blink, and it looks like he's shifting away from that Blink Dagger into drums.
Is under attack.
He's gonna give them more like grouping up potential. But the thing is, do you want to group up now? Or do you want to group up later? It's also some extra mana, a little bit of stats. Mid one gone.
And now No Tail in trouble.
See you later, nerds.
Alliance, you're talking about the group up, and they are here. 5 heroes strong.
Mongrel.
Ricky, Enigma down. This is still a bit of an opening top lane now. Sumail has a long lane to farm across. Dragon form was popped.
And he goes back to Blink Dagger, which is a better choice in my opinion, getting that Blink initiation, especially when you have Grimstroke in your team. So 2-man stun.
Sumail catching Nico Baby, but the Ice Blast doesn't connect. In comes the Dragon Knight, trying to stun up this initiation from OG, but Luna is still falling there as Hansken has Blink, no Echo, just Enchant Totem ready to go. Stuns up the Spectre, and there's the X into both. Limp focusing in onto Sumail and finishing off the Spectre. And they get any additional heroes though. OG on the retreat. FNG spotting Saxa, but unable to close the gap on that swashbuckling little Pango.
Mid one, if he didn't die
Is under attack.
those 3 times, he could have had the Fusel Blade plus half an extra item. Those 3 deaths really cost him. Finds Grobo. Alright, AEA is gonna take that one for sure.
Radiant's
Yeah,
bottom
super good on this
tower is
mid
under
AA.
attack.
Level 4 Chilling Touch. You get 240 bonus attack range from that. Where is that Grove Bow? Dire. Another 100 attack and 115 attack speed plus the magic resistance removal.
Radiant are scanning.
Radiant
Mid
scan.
lane,
puts
there's the
Enigma.
power of that Diffusal Blade. Lim still
Nice
has
Taurus.
BKB, but AA ult is gonna clip him.
Finally gets his BKB off. And the boat finishing off mid one. And yet again, Alliance just bringing more numbers than OG do. It's a 4 versus 2. OG thought they could have a snipe onto Limp, but mid one yet again paying the ultimate price. No Tail working on Blink Dagger, 900 gold away from it, so he is going to go for that surprise initiation tool.
Last time he played position 5 Enigma, went for the same item build. Mana sustain coming out from Mana Boots, then getting Blink Dagger and BKB. He even got Refresher from 3rd Roche.
We'll see if he gets to that point.
It's very hard for him to find farm on the map. If AA is jungling, not being on the lane, just trying to set things up with the Ice Blast, Spectre also farming jungle, then you don't have anywhere to farm. You might just be outside, be that position 5 that farms when no one else can, and then straight up die.
And Alliance are getting ready to go and dive into your jungles to find those heroes that are farming. Blink Echo in 20 seconds. Kunkka pretty much always ready to fight even when boat is down. Halberd after BKB. So relying a little more on Nico Baby here to bring the DPS. After BKB on Luna. Do you want him to go back into Manta style on Luna? It's such a valuable item on her.
Yeah, he definitely can. It's great stats item, farming ability, getting rid of Disarm coming out from Pangolier, Diffusal Blade, you name it.
What's FNG got? Trank always got 1,000 gold saved up. That's more than
He just
easily
queued
saved.
up Ghost Scepter against Ricky, against Spectre. That's great, valuable item. But if somehow they can shift, like Earthshaker has Blink Dagger sometimes, that's everything he needs. And you might try to get Aghanim Scepter. You know, getting Ags against Spectre. That's just insanely good.
Get a dark portrait of that Radiant Spectre, absolutely.
Yeah, if you can farm it. How many tier 2 items did they find so far? None.
None yet.
So if Philosopher's Stone drops, I think Grimstroke should be the one keeping it.
Back in the jungle, he's going to be hunting for those items. Dire Vision watching for the entry points into that northern jungle of their own. Yeah, lots of lines being drawn as they want to play some noughts and crosses. Spectre getting a little bit bored. Has tried to get involved in a lot of the action. 1, 4, and 3 currently for Sumail. OG still keeping themselves topped up net worth wise. And Saxa closing in on that Vlad. That's going to make him incredibly tanky.
Saxa had an amazing game, hitting multiple rolling thunders. And that early lucky shot level 1, zoning out Dragon Knight, he also did not die a single time.
Yeah, involved in 11.
10.
11 of the 13 kills. Having a cracking game. Looks like we're ready to get back underway here as Topson returns. 13-13. Alliance with a 2k lead and looking to start playing around this Nico Baby Luna, who is very close to BKB. As OG putting a bounty on the Dragon Knight, targeting S4. Let's see if they can get under his skin. Tilt the untiltable. Spotting out the Enigma farming jungle with the Eidolons.
Bottom tower is under
Kunkka
attack.
found Clumsy Net. He did not pick it up. Maybe he didn't notice. Oh, yes, he did. So that's a great, valuable item against Rikimaru. He can't use any of his spells to escape. And great against Pangolier. Also can't use Shield Crash, nor Swashbuckle, nor Rolling Thunder. You can use Shield Crash, but it's just in a place where you're standing at.
He's going to give it to Grimstroke. FNG still holding Shovel, which is on cooldown. He's been using that every single time.
Oh, trust me, he's going to use it straight away. He gave it to Earthshaker.
And Hanskin uses it straight away. There's a TP scroll there. Come on. They sent it back to base. Dragon Tail stun. S4 initiating. Good Fisher there, going to block out Saxa. Can't really follow through on this Pango though as he swashbuckles back into the trees. Spectre and AA with their global presence lurking around elsewhere on the map.
Bottom tower is under
As
attack.
Alliance, 5 heroes brought into the top lane.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Dragon Scale Spectre.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Your admiral is
Looks
on
like
board.
Sumail giving up on the Radiant stream for now. Manta style queued up and actually finished off actually.
He sees the timing from Alliance. They want to have item right now to fight with. Topson playing so
Dire's
aggressively
top
on the
tower is
bottom
under
lane.
attack.
A lot of heroes showing from Alliance, so he can afford to go for it. And the further away you are from a fight, that means that the bigger Ice Blast is going to be. Unless you use it on a creep wave.
Yes.
Oh, did he? Just clearing out creeps with Ice
Yep.
Blast. Farming and
Dire's
pushing.
top tower is under
So
attack.
top tier 2, pretty simple for Alliance. Roshan starts to open up for them now. They take control of this dire jungle.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Do need
under
to
attack.
consider pushing out this mid lane, getting into the dire triangle a little bit to limit the farming areas that OG have made for themselves.
Dire
Some very nice
are
items.
scanning.
Draw Alliance. Nether Shawl for Dragonite. You have a lot of extra armor, so you can afford to have -3 from that. 25 magic resistance. It's like having a free hood. Growbow for Luna. Not the best one, but okay-ish. But for Kunkka, you have that guaranteed crit coming out from Imclaw.
He's a tanky boy with quite a lot of damage. Look at that, 537. Almost clearing out the wave in one swipe. OG keeping the vision out on the map
Dire's
as
middle
best
tower
they can.
is under attack.
But it just feels like this inevitable force from Alliance. Pushing out top, pushing into mid. Closing the map around OG as it gets tighter and tighter. You can almost feel them becoming claustrophobic. As the mid one jump in, going to get cancelled out here. Fisher blocking out Saxo with
Blink
his
coming to Enigma.
initiation. But Enigma, where is he? Blink dagger ready, smoking up on the right hand side. Alliance disengaging now and TPing Luna down to bottom. No chance for OG to strike. FNG sticking around mid. That might just be a freebie here. Mid one. Gonna scout him out as Saxa gives the pings to FNG. Goes in with a silence. Dragontail stunned. They've baited FNG super hard as mid one falls for their trap. Luna showing on bottom lane now. Might be a go here as No-Tail could consider the solo black hole. The BKB in with a horn. No-Tail, he's got this Luna all caught up. Good pick off, and that kill means a lot to OG.
If they could keep doing it for OG, trade one hero for another hero, just not lose Spectre so that she can farm the Radiance, it's still worth it for them.
Yeah, Sumel's gone from Manta into 2,800 gold very quickly.
See you later, nerds.
10,000 net worth now ahead of the Luna. OG keeping themselves in the running. And that map got smaller and smaller, and then all of a sudden, one shift down south with that No-Tail Enigma. Ice Blast gonna clip S4 and allow mid one to actually run in and potentially find a snipe on him. He's going to dodge away from the Dragon Tail, and there it is, bounty claimed.
So that's what they're going for, huh? It's easy to set things up. Before BKBs, before any force staffs, Ricky jumps on you from the invis, diffusal blade to slow you down. There's going to be a follow-up from either Ice Blast or the Haunt to get a pick off, continue playing like this. Alliance here is on the timer.
Hurricane Pike for Nico Baby coming. Trying to tank up as they move into Roshan. And that'll help her up against Smokescreen. Potentially get away from the Spectre and the Pango. That timer they're on. If OG come in and stop this Roche being taken. Mid one can't TP, but they'll still smoke here without Black Hole. Saxa Rolling Thunder with an Ice Blast and a DD Ancient Apparition with Ags coming out on Courier could be the opening that OG desperately require. The BKBs both popped by an Alliance very early on here, as OG really only expending Rolling Thunder as Ice Blast is back up in 30 seconds. Limp with the X-Mark TP back home.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Nico
attack.
Baby getting salved up by his squad mates. A dagger up there trying to scout out anything as OG prepare themselves for round 2 of the fight, but it's S4 that gets the jump onto the Ancient Apparition. Soulbind comes out as well as the Inkswell, so Thompson falls. Mid one looking to backstab. Ricky lurking in the shadows. No Black Hole still. Rolling Thunder down for 30. So an X into Torrent, nice little move. Saxa gets a bit of distance, shield crash there, but the Dragon Tail lands. In comes the Spectre, focusing FNG, but he's got Ghost Scepter to disengage. Hanskin, where's the Echo? Throws it in, onto mid one. Chain Stun's not coming though, as the Inkswell cancelled out by the death of the Earthshaker. While that final kill on No-Tail, the jump S4 still hunting that Spectre while mid one. Cleared up by Limp. The Kunkin with the crits, taking OG down one by one. And back into Roshan Alliance go.
Oh, Nico Baby just killed the Alpha Wolf stack. He could have waited for another second and just used Helm of the Dominator. That's some extra damage coming down to Roshan. AA Blast will come inside the pit.
Rolling Thunder from Saxa. Cancelled out there. X-Mark back, drags him into the waiting arms of the rest of Alliance. Perfectly timed combination of skills from Limp, S4 and Nico Baby. As Saxa thought he can dip and dodge in and out of there to scout them as Roshan, 1,500 HP remaining. Blink in from Hanskin, not going to find Thompson. Still trying there to poke and prod away. Defend this Roshan with everything they've got. But there's the Aegis for Nico Baby now. And Thompson, fissured.
They have no save. Thompson's playing way too aggressive.
They've got Blink Black Hole. No-Tail, he's waiting for it. Oh, he's just going to let Thompson die here. Hey. Falls flat on his face.
He's definitely not the hero to bait with. At the moment, he dishes out the most damage in the team. Aghanim Scepter, he also had double damage bottled up in the previous fight. And check the magic damage reduction. 12% from Grobo, and then Ice Vortex. Also 30% with, what's the cooldown with the talent? 2-second cooldown. That's insane.
That's a lot of magic reduction. That's why these early BKBs from Luna and Kunkka were so important for Alliance to actually hit their timing.
It's very hard for Hansken to find a good opening. You're playing against Ricky, Spectre, AA. If you can get the good jump with the better vision, that's the opportunity. Otherwise, you need to wait until Haunt is gone.
Radiant's middle tower
It feels like
is under
currently he's
attack.
just echo slamming whoever jumps him. If Ricky's on top of him, he's just like, right, okay, Ricky, you're here. I'm going to echo slam you. Try and chain stun him up. So 3.5 minutes of Aegis for Alliance to play around with. Plenty of objectives to go and take,
Dire's
especially
bottom
down in
tower
this
is
bottom
under
lane.
attack.
As they can swing into the Dire Triangle, then play into
Dire's
mid-tier 2 as
structures
well.
are fortified.
OG right now, not mounting a defense. Even with Black Hole ready, they're still just building up the Spectre, who has completely given up on Radiance. I've seen him cure up a
Dire's
couple of
bottom
times,
tower has
but Manta
fallen.
Diffusal now into BKB for Sumail. Great
You
start.
always want
Bottom
that
tower
Radiance and
is under
Spectre,
attack.
but if you can't farm
Dire's
it, I
structures
mean,
are fortified.
if you need an item right here, right now,
And that's what it feels like. It's always a case of Alliance really
Radiant's top
forcing these
tower
team
is under
fights, and then
attack.
Spectre has to come in, needs to keep haunting into
Radiant
battle.
structures are fortified.
Saxa, rolling Thunder into the creep wave, but it gets glyphed up. Going for the TP now, and will make a hasty escape, as No Tail was cutting wave mid. Is he going to snipe the courier? No. FNG gets it out of danger.
Radiant's top
So they've got the
tower
chain
is
stuns
under
there to find the Enigma deep
Dire's
behind enemy
bottom tower
lines.
is under attack.
FNG invested all of his gold into Gem with the defensive Ghost Scepter that he has. That also means that he doesn't
Dire's
care
middle
too
tower
much
is under
about
attack.
Ricky. He can survive long enough.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Look at the real position 5, getting the most out of the neutral items, using Trusty Shovel, puts it back in 5 seconds before it's ready, then it's ready straight away, and then puts back Clumsy Net, so
Dire's
that he
middle
has
tower
that
has
extra
fallen.
lockdown, especially against Ricky. Root mechanic
Radiant's
really
top
cripples
tower
him.
is under attack.
Beautiful stuff. And here they are, prime position, especially when you've got a Luna on your team. Very quickly dispatched with the creep waves. And that's here too.
Dire's bottom tower
Clearing up
is
the
under
last
attack.
objective out on the map.
Radiant's top
10
tower
seconds
has
before the
fallen.
outpost, and it is 1-1, so OG at least getting out there
Dire's
claiming
bottom
something
tower has fallen.
for themselves, but a potential high ground push now as Nico Baby with the Ogre Frost Mage
Dire's bottom
stacking up
tower
armor up
is
to
under
29, getting picked off by
Radiant's
No-Tail,
top
the
tower
demonic
is under
conversion.
attack.
Eidolons are annihilators, the jump stun. S4 there with the Inkswell chain stun, and No-Tail is being forced back so we can't get a black hole off. No-Tail is going to deal with the Eclipse now as Nico Baby dives in deep. In the back of the fight, the Soul Bind catching Pango with the Ricky. They BKB up and an FNG will fall. Nico Baby still has Aegis and BKB for when he respawns, and OG buying back en masse. How can they save Nico Baby? He BKBs and S4 jumps in, the 3-man torrent. Nico Baby just right-clicks them all down. They will find S4, focusing a different target, but potentially allowing Nico Baby to TP home. There's no stuns. So Luna makes it out of there as Alliance, losing 3 heroes plus Aegis, but forcing a number of buybacks from OG.
2 buybacks, 1 core, 1 position 5,
See you later,
but they defended the tier 3 tower, and they gave Spectre a full BKB level 20. That extra 400 HP allows Spectre to go in, not care too much. Problem is, like Hansken, he can't find an opening. It's very, very hard against Spectre, against AA.
Yeah, it seems impossible for him. Alliance ready to smoke out again. Now they know that Haunt, Black Hole, I guess Ice Blast are all down. They're hunting and finding mid one, who gets the tricks of the trade out of the X mark, links to Saxa inside that Rolling Thunder. Pangolier going to try and go for the TP play. Successfully gets home, but they've spotted Sumail. Fisher from Hansken, no follow through here. It's a 3000 health BKB Manta Spectre. Alliance a little bit lacking on the chase and catch, so deep on this dire side of the map.
Important thing is, Alliance lost Gem in the previous fight, so Ricky with the BKB and Spider Legs is gonna devour everything.
You know, look at mid one go. Sprinting
He doesn't
around the
care
map.
too much about any threat with that BKB, can easily TP out. They have no abilities that pierces it.
Nico Baby About 1,000 away from Manta Style now as OG smoking up in towards that mid lane. X mark from Limp, Torrent to clear out the wave. BKB comes out as S4 blinks and destroys No-Tail. Enigma down, the Spectre into the back. FNG with a Ghost Scepter, Soul Bind and the Echo Slam finally landing. But it's not enough damage. The BKBs from OG turning the fight. They're still dropping to the glaives though as Nico Baby right clicks them all down with a double kill and Limp finishes off Spectre. 4 heroes annihilated by this. Luna with the glaives. And Topson. Oh, Topson is going for the TP. Oh, is he going to succeed? They're not going to find him.
They knew after he TP'd, they knew exactly where he is. So Hanskin with the good Echo Slam and the Fisher just keeping them in place so that Luna can deal damage. That Eclipse, 12 beam charges plus Lucent Beams as well. And we see that kind of a mix where Luna goes for right-click damage build, but goes for Spellcaster Talent Tree. Thompson's just dead.
Yeah, Nico Baby way too powerful, but now Alliance without BKBs. Mid one giving chase to Hanskin as FNG and Limp being dealt with by Sumail. If No-Tail can get here with a Malefice, he's got Blink in 7 seconds. Earthshaker, the smaller kill further back, does get taken down, and there we go. Limp, he's done for. OG, double buyback, mid one and Sumail. I'm gonna get a tier 1 mid lane and force the glyph as well.
Middle tower is under attack.
OG used 4 buybacks in the last 5 minutes.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
It would have been great for them if Roshan respawned. We'll see in 30 seconds when that fastest arrival of the big man comes. And while that fight is all brewing, Nico Baby shoves out the bot lane. Something here that OG do have to address again.
Who's holding onto that gem right now? I cannot find it. Back to Grimstroke.
Yeah, there it is.
FNG's precious.
Don't let my gem disappear. Roshan, 50 seconds. Alliance putting themselves around the pit. 8k lead. Being chipped away at a little bit by OG. A very, very difficult game to really get a feel on where it's heading. Spectre Sumail is always going to be that ultimate hero that Alliance will have to handle.
Blessings upon a
I mean, it's Ricky, Spectre, Enigma, AA. They've got percentage-based damage, big team fight ultis, scaling cores. You said Alliance was on a timer. When does that timer run out?
I thought that Spectre's gonna go for Radiance. With this kind of a build, yeah, she still deals a lot of damage, but the mischance and the overtime damage, in my opinion, would have been much better. Enigma still needs like 1,000 gold to finish off BKB. That's the item that they want to have. There's no BKB piercing ability that can stun her.
And this Nico Baby Luna, very, very powerful right now and giving all this damage and armor bonus, especially to heroes like... You look at Kunkka right now. He's got double damage. 191 plus 191 with an actual double damage rune that spawns up. It looks like Nico Baby doesn't want it. They're just going to let the Kunkka keep it. So BKB Cheese Kunkka, Nico Baby Aegis, and Alliance ready to go again. We just need to maintain these lanes as bottom pressing onto tier 2. Top lane shoved by OG. Map control still feeling dire favored. But I see some pings on the tier 3 mid lane.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Kunkka going to X-mark TP bottom.
Clears the whole creep wave. That Imp Claw.
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.
Smoke from Alliance now right outside the dire base. Long range Lucent Beam just showing Saxter who's boss as mid one. Makes a quick little jump in, jump out. Doing the hokey cokey there with Nico Baby, but they catch Saxter with a Dragon Tail. S4, he's in. Fast initiation from Alliance. Clearing through the Pango, who does have buyback. In comes No-Tail, no black hole just yet.
Hey, ulti's not gonna hit anything.
S4, nice force staff down to the low ground now as he was stuck up there as the Horn arriving. S4 cleared through, Saxa rolling thunder moving forward. Alliance on the run. As Nico Baby holding that Eclipse for the BKBs to wear off. FNG just goes Scepters and it shrugs it off. Mid one's deep, maybe far too deep now. Stuck in there with an Echo Slam solo onto the Ricky. They'll find the takedown and he's dead for 2 minutes. No buyback on him while jumping forward. Hanskin finding a big hit from Limp. Nearly clears through Saxa, but now he's alone. BKB forced out and OG back to their high ground they go. Saxa surviving. They will be able to spider legs forward. Force Staff, Fisher, everything here from Hanskin, but Limp with a double damage rune will be the final touch to clear him up. And Ice Blast not connecting again, Thompson missing the mark.
It's very easy, it's very sorry and hard. Very sorry, what am I talking about? It's very hard for AA to actually hit the ultis with no real setup.
Attack.
Like there's
He needs Black Hole, right?
Yeah, there's no one that can actually stun. The Fusel Blade is their setup or any kind of slow. So no wonder that Thompson is missing a lot of those ultis.
And now we have BKB, Blink, Black Hole, Enigma.
This is it.
That's OG's kind of big hope here. With 2 heroes dead, let's have a look at buyback status actually. Spectre, Ricky on cooldown, Pango on cooldown, AA and Enigma missing 500 and 900 gold respectively. X mark onto the AA, but no tail. With a Blink Black Hole, catches 2 of them. Aegis popped and the Ice Blast finally hits. Full staff out as Limp BKBs and sprints away. Luna respawning, still in the Midnight Pulse and the cold feed there. She's dropping low very quickly. BKB with the Lucent Beams and the Eclipse bouncing. They're taking down OG one by one. No buybacks here for OG and Alliance still 5 alive will shred through the buildings thanks to the Glaives.
Dire's middle barracks.
And that was what they needed. Luna respawning, BKB still ready, and OG spending everything to pop Aegis.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
Nico Baby has lifesteal, yeah, coming out from level 25 talent, so he can be full HP in no time, and now they can play around that timing. They know there's an opportunity without Black Hole for another minute and a half. Spell Prism, who's gonna keep that one?
Oh, they've got Spider Legs, Earthshaker, Orb of Destruction on the Dragon Knight, Nico Baby, Minotaur Horn, so even with BKB down for 20 seconds, he will have that safety net. FNG with a flicker can get him out of smoke screen. And Hanskin ready and waiting. We've not seen a Blink Echo this game. Like you've been saying, it has been an impossibility for him. But we might have one in this next fight. As the second lane of barracks down, Alliance shutting out OG. The initiation from mid one. Saxa coming in onto the Kunkka, but the backstab straight up from S4 clears up the Ancient Apparition and Thompson dead for over a minute with no buyback. Sax has got to go for the retreat as they attempt a long-range Fisher, and Nico Baby straight onto tier 4s.
A lot of bouncy. No Spectre for another 30 seconds. They can clear at least tier 4 towers by then.
Maybe even Throne. Limp's just going to run forward. Still has his BKB. Luna's up in 40 seconds. Nice dodge on the boat there by Saxa as No Tail coming in, but he doesn't have a Black Hole. He's just baiting them. He's jumped in to have a bit of fun here. Alliance will deal with his BKB in a pretty quick manner there as the Ancient exposed. And Alliance going to be taking game 1 here of this best of 3.
Yeah, great showing from Alliance. That aggressive tri-lane shut down Spectre at the early stages. OG tried something different. AA mid. Not that I have anything against it, but they needed maybe a bit more setup for it, or just a defensive hero. Thompson was playing way too aggressive, getting caught a couple of times, which resulted in Alliance taking a better fight, and then transitioning that into Roshan, playing with Cheese and Aegis for the second time, and then just closing out the game.
Yeah, it was an interesting idea and draft from OG. Mid one, great laning stage. Wasn't able to transfer that into anything bigger. You mentioned the 3 deaths he had in a row really kind of stymied the Ricky there. 666 score on the Spectre. The mark of the beast. We'll see if Sumail, the king, will return in beast mode for game 2 as this best of 3 continues after a quick break. Alliance currently leading 1-0 and looking to get that secured playoff spot, while OG, it's a pride match for them. Elimination is already secured. So we'll see you guys after the break. That's game 2 coming right after this.
Multiple witnesses have reported mysterious shadow sightings all around the city. According to experts, the origin of these shadows is still unclear.
Sports, baby. Leave the rest in our troubled minds. Let us go down in laughter, baby. Trying to figure out what we're after. We're never heading back until we're older. We couldn't care no more, not any longer. Under peach yellow skies, we keep on searching, but we will never know what we're after. Any reasons, baby? Leave it all for the faded hearts. I don't mind if they call us crazy, 'cause they don't understand what we're after. We're never heading back until we're older. We couldn't care no more, not any longer. Yellow skies will keep on searching, but we will never know what we're after. We're no kids no more. I need to feel alive in this dreadful town. I'm running out of time, and as long as you're mine, I wanna run away. We're never heading back until we're older. We couldn't care no more, not any longer. Under peach yellow skies, we keep on searching, but we will never know what we're after.
ESL 1 is brought to you in part by Intel, Mercedes-Benz, GG-Bet, Mountain Dew Game Fuel, and DHL.
Turn to pick.
Welcome back, everybody, here to your series between Alliance and OG. It's the ESL 1 Birmingham 2020 online group stage for Europe and CIS, and it's all coming to a close. We're on the final day, the final matches, and OG, they are eliminated, but Alliance still in the running for a playoff spot and potentially maybe even upper bracket as we start things off here. Lacoste with a Dragon Knight first pick.
Remaining.
Nothing wrong with Dragon Knight. I think Dragon Knight and
5
Queen of
seconds
Pain
remaining.
probably are the most contested cores in this patch. They're very versatile. They can be played at multiple roles, and they're just stable. They pretty much never loses the lane. Even if you do, you still have an easy way to make a comeback.
Absolutely. So OG, last game they tried some wombo combos, AA mid, position 5 Enigma, Spectre there as the late game security. And they're going to come out with a sniper first pick. What is happening?
Dota is about having fun, right? And sniper position 4 or 5 off lane, you name it, maybe even mid, could be very fun for the guy who's playing, annoying people with the headshot. If you can
10
farm that
seconds
Aghanim
remaining.
Scepter,
What I
go
really
for it.
What I really
5
want to see
seconds
is a
remaining.
full 5-hero Keen draft. Clockwork, Tinker, Sniper, Gyro, Techies, or Timbersaw, Alchemist, Snapfire, Kunkka as little additions there for you.
Kunkka's Keen and Snapfire? I did not know that.
They're like half Keen or something. There's like
Turn to pick.
they've got like Keen in them somewhere down their family tree.
What if you pick up Keen Optic? Does that make you a member of Keen family?
That's a good question. Actually, is Keen Optic what Sniper has? Is that what he's wearing?
Probably.
Oh, yeah, I never thought about that. Damn, Lacoste.
10 seconds
Wow,
remaining.
we're into the lore.
We're
So
getting deep.
Batrider, yeah,
5
he also looks like
seconds
he's from the
remaining.
Keen family. No,
No,
he's not. He's troll, right?
I can't remember. It's some kind of troll or Batrider Dota 2 wiki. We're getting to the lore here. I'm not too sure. So Batrider pretty good. Magic damage up against DK. You've got that potential initiation from the Blink Lasso. We've always seen Batrider in the meta, especially when DK is popular. He sits in front of a tower, Batrider comes, Blink Lasso, drag you back behind it.
If Batrider keeps his ultimate, he's always gonna be good. Having that blink initiation where you can just go in onto
Alliances
people.
turn to ban.
Okay, I like this. Even though I'm not a big fan of Nyx Assassin, a lot of things to set things up. Into the shrapnel, uncontrollable damage coming out from him and Batrider. So great value.
Sure is. Second phase of bans: Lycan, Void Spirit, Ember Spirit, Shadow Demon,
10
DP,
seconds
Necro,
remaining.
Earthshaker, Queen of Pain gone. So we've still got like
5
Enchantress,
seconds
Chen,
remaining.
Beastmaster. Nature's Prophet still being left in the pool as well here. Neither of the teams opting to grab it up. And these are two teams which very often we
OGs
expect
turn to ban.
that Furion to come from. And there goes that Beastmaster. So even with the Batrider there, like the thing is with OG, they can just put any heroes on any lanes at this point. Alliance focusing on heroes they desperately don't want to play against.
OG can't really ban
10
out
seconds
the
remaining.
good safe laners that match well against the Batrider.
5
Something like
seconds remaining.
Juggernaut, Weaver, Phantom
OGs
Lancer.
turn to pick.
So they go with the Enchantress.
On a scale of 1 to 10,
Alliances
how
turn
impossible
to
is it
pick.
to read OG's draft?
Yeah, I'd say 10 after seeing this Spirit Breaker. Last time I saw Spirit Breaker being played was when Nigma was doing similar stuff. Kuroki just charging into 5 people. They killed Matu, and then they disconnected. They typed GG. So
Wiped, call GG.
10 seconds remaining.
Well, Alliance, they've already got a couple of ways to cancel out charge.
5 seconds remaining.
Range Dragon Tail. Stun out from Nyx Assassin with the Impale. I think Alliance taking this very seriously. Probably chuckling to themselves still about OG's drafting choices.
OG's turn to pick.
Yeah, standard stuff. Ice Path also very good against the charge, gives them more tower damage. I love seeing Jakiro paired up with the Dragon Knight. Double Dragon threat, pushing towers.
Sorry, Gary, that's triple dragon.
Oh, you're right. My apologies. And then when they get the Dragon Scale, quadruple Dragon.
Alliance's turn to pick.
So they have no abilities that can pierce magic immunity. Looks like a very good Lifestealer game. You want to have a hero that a Lifestealer is afraid of.
We can still potentially go for like an Enigma.
10 seconds remaining.
Does Sniper Assassinate work
5
through BKB?
seconds remaining.
Like they've got Lasso to cancel BKB Black Hole, but that's incredibly difficult to get.
I don't think they're going to go for Enigma. You already have Dragonite. He can be played at multiple roles, but it just feels unnatural to put Dragonite on the off lane. Oh, it's usually the other way around, where Morphling gets countered. I mean, countered by a Lifestealer pick. No, never mind. I'm talking a lot of dumb stuff. So yeah, Morphling great against Lifestealer. You turn into him. You have a free BKB. My brain is like in full KEKW mode today. Sorry, chat.
I think we both are.
5 seconds remaining.
Coming into this series, and I think OG also having a little bit of fun, wheezing and laughing. So Morphling for Nico Baby. You mentioned the Dragonite, probably for S4 here. I still have that mid lane hero for Limp to grab up. With Batrider and Spirit Breaker on the table, like a TA looks pretty rough.
Alliance's turn to ban.
Yeah, that's a good ban. They literally have no real stuns coming out for Puck. TA is okay, but then again, you have Sniper, you have Batrider, a lot of overtime damage. You need a hero that can play a bit faster, control the game until Morphling comes online.
10 seconds remaining.
Okay, try to guess the last hero
5
of
seconds
OG.
remaining.
Try to guess the last hero of OG. I mean, right. Let's think about this. Saxa Sniper, mid one Batrider, No-Tail Spirit Breaker. Or is it going to be Thompson Sniper? Sumail Lifestealer. I want to see a Techies. They're going to pick Techies last pick. Guarantee it, 100%.
I'd say Zeus.
You're gonna go for... Come on, they're going to pick Thompson mid Techies. I remember he was playing it in a bunch of his pubs. Just blast off into the creep wave. Secure some last hit, and then TP to lane again.
FNG played a couple of Techies games, but then people stopped banning it. But I did not see him play Techies since then.
That's true, yeah. Kind of fallen off the
Alliance's
table there.
turn
Oh,
to
okay.
pick.
Well,
Told ya.
they were listening to you. Ban out the Zeus. What's Alliance's last pick? You kind of sold on this being a limp hero?
I don't think you want to pick blindly. In terms of,
10 seconds
Morphling
remaining.
shifting him to mid. Depends on the matchup, but they have a lot of
5
good
seconds
ways
remaining.
to deal with Morphling if it's a mid lane, so it's just better to pick a true mid laner.
OG's turn to pick.
Weaver.
Okay,
Out comes a Weaver.
so it
Heroes that
seems
can-
like they can shift things around. You can have Weaver being played as position 3, you can also have Dragonite on the mid. So these are 2 options that they still have.
Yeah, I started to think about, you know, heroes against Batrider, and PL came to
10
mind.
seconds remaining.
Pretty good up against them here, but
5
Weaver
seconds
gives you
remaining.
really great maneuverability to catch up to Nyx and Dragonite and Morphling with all the gap close abilities. Techies, techies, tech. That's an AA again.
Choose your hero.
Okay, OG. Tops an Ancient Apparition. Sumail Lifestealer. Give me the Saxa Sniper.
Yeah, position 4 Sniper. Let's see who gets farm priority. Whether it's Spirit Breaker or Batrider.
Mid one's probably screaming, give me Spirit Breaker, I just want to run at people.
He's probably checking his stats. Like, guys, last 7 games I won with Spirit Breaker. Overall time, 84% win rate.
Yes!
Yeah, he convinced him.
So no-tail Batrider, and I guess, you know, with Morphling Weaver on the table here, Batrider, you kind of want to shift away from your 3 into that position 5. So
Once
OG,
again, they don't have the greatest setup for Ancient Apparition ulti. Lasso, Spirit Breaker, it's not that great.
Sniper
but-
Ags.
Yeah,
That's
but
their
now-
setup.
But now you have Ancient Apparition against the Morphling.
That's true. We'll see if they'll be able to lock down that Morphling and Weaver enough. Or if Alliance with their try-hard draft against OG's a little bit of fun. Coming into game 2 here of this best of 3. Alliance 1 game away from securing themselves that playoff spot here in ESL 1 Birmingham 2020 online. As if you're just joining us, OG, they are eliminated 1 and 5 in that group stage, just ahead of Winstrike, who were in that bottom spot. But away we go. Get ourselves towards the laning stage in the beginning of this game. FNG Jakiro. I don't know if dragons moo. Not really a noise I would associate with a twin-headed dragon. The THD there, and the Saxa Sniper coming out into the front.
Here he goes again. So this is a double bug,
See you later, nerds.
double dragon
Prepare for
strat
battle.
with just Aquaman ruining everything.
But no, they've got the double bug, double dragon, but then they've got the fire of DK with the fire of Jakiro, the ice of Jakiro with the water of the Morphling. So it all kind of ties in. FNG Jakiro, Hanskin, Nyx Assassin, Limp Dragon Knight, Nico Baby Morphling, all heading down to bottom with S4 Weaver. Shifting top, facing off against the Sumail Lifestealer. Saxa, early ward there near the tier 1 of the bottom lane. As an anti-mage head has been summoned by No-Tail's Batrider, leading the charge ahead of Topson, the Ancient Apparition, and mid one.
Oh, Saxa.
Spirit Breaker. Saxa's walked high ground as they missed the stun from Hanskin. Still a very simple first blood as they group up 4 heroes versus 1.
It was not close at all.
Absolutely.
Climbing
not.
uphill is a very dangerous thing in Dota without the vision. So S4 playing that Weaver position 3, getting Aghanim
The
Scepter
battle
earlier
begins.
on. They have no real burst damage. You can get people out, healthy against AA ulti, against the Batrider initiation. So it should be good.
Well, Hanskin is 0 for 2 on his Impale so far. Not a great
He's
start.
saving the good ones for the later.
They do secure themselves 2 bounty runes. OG grabbing the double as FNG charged towards by mid one. Saxa with the headshot level 1. I wonder if the sniper's going to get farmed down in this lane, and mid one plays more of the roaming support hero. Up against the Morphling. Headshot's going to be pretty good, just chipping away and harassing him. Good little range creep secure there from Saxa too. DK versus AA mid. What year are we in? Like, seriously. What is happening?
I'm getting flashbacks when Super, the Chinese player, played Dragon Knight mid against AA.
(7-0) start for S4. You start to see the green heroes climbing the CS board. Saxa. That's a lot of damage from this Nico Baby Morphling, who's holding his wave in front of the tier 1 tower, so he's got safe farm for himself. Dragon Knight against AA, looks like Limp's DK. I mean, honestly, Limp has to be one of the best laning stage players in the game right now.
Yeah, for sure. And Limp really improved over the last, like, 6 months. He really shines. He was always a great laner. Had some issues with the, let's say, mid-game, late-game decisions, but I think that's gone. That's past him.
Groove here on Alliance. And that's always something that S4 brings to the table as well, right? That shot calling, the mid to late game decision making. S4 knows exactly what's up. Go back to that time when he was playing Puck. Limp, 11-4. And he's got plenty of sustain now. He's hit level 3. 2 points in that Dragon Blood, going to keep him topped up. Saxa throwing some shrapnels towards Nico Baby. FNG's here to bodyguard the Morphling as they charge forward. Mid one's got to cancel that one out. Doesn't want to go under tower.
How's our boy Spirit Breaker doing? 10-1 without Quelling Blade. That's pretty impressive.
And he's got 71 base damage. Between 66 and 76. It's almost as good as Morphling. But there we go. Nico Baby's like, nah, mate. I'm going to shift up more Angie. Give me more Angie. Top lane, S4 giving Sumail the clicks. Has another Shikuchi here. Well, Batrider and Nyx Assassin having a little bit of a wander through the jungle. 30 seconds till those runes spawn. Still no bottle for Topson, but he's closing in on it. It feels like a very strong, solid start here from Alliance. Charge across the map, heading in towards mid. So, mid 1 returning to his home. The land of the brave in the mid lane. Limp is already under the tier 1 tower though. Mid 1 doesn't give a shit. He's just diving. He's going for the punches. Mid 1, Spirit Breaker. Yeah, he's taking some tower hits. And now Limp salving. Go on, high five him. Give him a spray on the ground. Anything. Chat wheel line. Come on, Limp. Get it together, man.
After I saw him charging, going on a tier 1 tower, I thought, yeah, AA must be level 6 somehow.
Oh, Nyx now getting charged top lane. OG trying to get themselves up on the board, and the Firefly ticking Hanscan down. 4 1 charges on the Weaver. I clicked the wrong hero there. 2 stick charges on the Nyx Assassin. But No Tail gets the pick off, and mid 1 starting to move around the map. DK not too bothered about all this nonsense. Mid 1 going to TP back to Fountain, and one of the great things here, he's able to charge back to lane. No Tail.
They should know about this ward. Yeah, it's being pinged out by FNG. Batrider will get at least this bounty rune, so it seems like it's going to be 2 for 2 trade. S4 getting a lob from the top lane. Not even putting a single point in the swarm, just going for more harassment build, lowering the cooldown on Geminate attack.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised he doesn't have like a Blightstone here. He's threatening kill on Sumail. And so we've got ourselves try. 6 heroes converging onto mid. Hanskin, no point in Carapace, so he turns with a mana burn, misses his stun, pops his stick and drops just like that, very quick. And now OG moving on to Limp. Half HP Dragon Knight, while Jakiro smoked, looking for a backstab play. Walk straight past mid 1, they want to bring down Topson. Trading a Nyx for an AA here, looking pretty good, but FNG dropping low, charge on through as mid 1 clears out FNG. Topson does finally fall, but Sax's rotation with the shrapnels now and the body blocks from No Tail, managing to lock down Limp, but it is a
He's way too tanky.
really...
Sick
Oh, the
magical
stun!
charge.
Oh, yeah, that was just about well-timed enough. Limp gets off the Fairy Fire, and the one charges, stays alive in that mid lane.
So this gives free farm to the
Dire's
Morphling on the
bottom
bottom.
tower is
4-man
under
rotation just to get a kill on your Nyx Assassin. Nyx Assassin really struggling with the levels. He should start putting out points in
Dire's bottom
carapace, a
tower
lot
is
of
under attack.
uncontrollable damage, and you can set an easy stun with it. There's the carapace. Misses.
Now Dragon Knight. Tower hit, not enough to kill off mid one.
No money for you.
Thompson does crack level 6. Dire putting a lot of focus here with observer wards all around the mid lane. As a Shikuchi top, Sumail, he's got 12 one
Dire's
charges,
turret
but loses
has
his
been killed.
courier.
Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's structures
Charge
are
onto Limp.
fortified.
Mid one. He cancels this one. 2 to 4 here. OG kill lead, but it feels like they are starting to lose control of the way this game's going. Nico Baby is going to be a massive threat coming out of laning stage.
No Tail said when the game's going full Pavaga, you have to go with it. You
Yeah.
don't go half Pavaga.
So they chase
Otherwise, you're
Hanscom.
done for.
He lands a stun. Already used Carapace though. Dragon Knight. And coming in with a stun onto the Bat Rider, but the bash finish from mid one. And Limp, can he finish off anybody here? It doesn't look like it. TP out from No Tail. Charge away. Towards S4 from mid one. And Nico Baby finding a kill down bottom on Saxa. Ancient Apparition still yet to really throw an Ice Blast out there. FNG. Who's coming in to try and secure a rune? Oh, is S4 going to find? No, mid one's just fine. Dragon Knight connecting in behind Thompson, who will solo kill the Jakiro.
Dire's middle tower
And now in
is
a little
under
bit of
attack.
trouble as Hanskin and Limp pairing up to chain stun the Ancient Apparition. Hanskin, he can't miss that one. And yet again, OG trading a core for a support as they're scrambling to find anything they can on this map.
Oh, I'm loving it. Spirit Breaker going for Necro 3. They are really having fun this game.
S4. Incredibly farmed. Let's have a look at net worth, actually. I'm done with the CS. 9 minutes in. We'll shift across to it. And top 3 heroes all green. Like 1,000 gold ahead of their counterparts.
The only thing Morphling needs to worry about is getting clipped by AA Blast. Other than that, he can get his attribute shift off. Mid one, he's in.
Yeah,
That
but now he's
one-
out. Pops his wand, can't charge for another 5 seconds. Alliance there yet again to find another core kill. Actually, let's have a look at this. 3-0 Dragon Knight, 3-2-1 AA. The deaths here on AA, Spirit Breaker, and the Sniper. At the very least,
Back
Sumail,
from Dragonite on the mid lane.
you're right. Straight onto Bat Rider with Hanskin landing the chain stun. Carapace back, a little bit of the Ice Blast onto Thompson. S4 Shikuchiing in to try and find No Tail, but has to turn lamps out as Sumail's rotated. A great Ice Path on a waveform forward. Nico Baby securing 1 and potentially 2 kills as they charge forwards, looking for Thompson. The Infest is there as Lifesteal looks to get out. They stun up the Sniper and the charge arriving now onto FNG. Courier about to fall as S4 in the midst of all this chaos secures the Courier takedown. And a 2 for 2. Both supports on each side.
Radiant's
10
middle tower
heroes.
is under attack.
Mid, 10 minutes in. Nico Baby finds Ironwood Tree and the double damage. Also finds Iron Talon. Yeah, it's much better if he just keeps the Iron Talon. Can farm the jungle much easier, especially the Ancients.
Lifestealer. Now 1-0-0, making a play onto Limp with the Ice Blast. Sniper there, shrapneling forward. And Limp might actually die here. Nico Baby's double damage rune with a waveform forward, clearing up mid one. Sumail, does he have Infest? No, not for 50 seconds. The Swarm doesn't connect. Lifestealer, a hit away from death. The Macropire flying across onto him as he rages, but TP's on cooldown for another 7 seconds, so he's going to try and kill himself the tower to reduce the experience that Alliance gets. But the Morphling now at 403, over 5,000 net worth, having a completely free game.
Once he finishes off that Ethereal Blade, then it's gonna be in the next 4 or 5 minutes. They have no saving abilities. The only save they have is Lifestealer using Rage against it. That's pretty much it. How's Saxa doing? Tranquil Boots, Magic Stick, working towards that Aghanim Scepter.
Dive into mid again, S4. Looking for Thompson. Dragon Tail will come just in time. A fraction of a second there.
The bug killed him. They're just piling on him.
Leave him for the bugs. Dead for 20 seconds now.
Middle tower is under attack.
Assassinate being fake pumped by Saxa.
Radiant's
Charging and nether striking Limp. They've got no tail with no lasso. And Limp is perfectly fine here. The flame break connects. Okay, maybe not perfectly fine. Wow, that's a lot of damage from OG. I wasn't expecting that. Big old bashes are now level 6 for Batrider. Means the lasso drag onto FNG gives them a bonus kill.
OG just outnumbering Alliance at the moment.
They will bring down this Lifestealer pretty quickly though. Sumail still with Rage. Gets enough distance with that Infest. 11 to 11, kill-wise. OG going toe-to-toe with Alliance. I guess that's what this lineup is really built to do. And they will hit this early game timing with Armlet Lifestealer. Start charging around with the Spirit Breaker, who's going that Necro Book. Thing is, Saxa is so distant from this Aghanim Scepter. On the possible sniper, you need it. Like 15 minutes in.
Bottom lane, nice dodge. But there's a
Saxa
charge.
top to S4 as the charge comes in bottom. No Nether Strike here. Clearing up the Jakiro though, as Thompson does find the pickoff. Well, No Tail is being eyed up by the two bugs.
Dire's middle tower is under
Hansken
attack.
does have Vendetta, but Batrider hiding behind his tier 2, while Dragonite mid getting TP'd on. He's trying to finish off that tower middle. Dragon Tail stun there. There's no lasso from Batrider just yet. The charge from mid one. Now in comes Thompson. 5 seconds for the Ice Blast. Might not even need it though, as Limp burnt under this Firefly from No Tail, claiming the bounty. S4 Hansken turning back to kill off Thompson. Assassinate with Nether Strike, focusing S4, but he's time-lapsed away. Back to full HP and off he goes, while Sumail is giving chase onto Hansken and even charging forward with mid one. Let's see if he can get himself through the pit. Roshan going to give him a whack as he sprints on through. No bash luckily for him though, as a Carapace slows down the advance. Now under the tower, Hansken, can he save himself? He can line up a stun, but the rage is ready. Hansken just TP's home.
No mana for lasso. Man, this is a fun game until Nico Baby finishes that Ethereal Blade.
And it's going to be a really fast one. OG now 4,000 net worth behind. And Sumail, he pretty much has Armlet done. But Dragonite, it feels like he's been shut down a fair amount. This Blink Dagger delayed heavily. And Weaver heading into Diff Blade. And what's the rule again, Lacoste, with Diffuser Blade Weaver?
The rule is if you get the mana break with the Diffuser Blade, you want to have that on level 15 talent. But I was thinking about it. I think it's time to break the rule. 11 strength is just too much HP.
Oh, it picked off Limp again, you know. This charge Ice Blast, not even needing lasso.
After we nerfed the talents by around 20%, that talent seems a bit underwhelming. The mana burn one.
OG, it's their time to shine. Dusting up Hansken, he can Carapace, try and get away from that Assassinate, but Sumail with a rage says, no, 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 you come back here, I am a hungry boy.
Your life is mine now.
OG delaying all these best efforts from Alliance, but it is timing for them as E-Blade arriving now for the Morphling. Weaver with Diffusal Blade. Dragon Knight still 700 gold away from Blink though, so they don't have the full synchronization. As no tail being found here. The first showing of that Diff Blade on S4. Mega kill streak for him. 5-0-3 Weaver. And bottom lane, oh, they're thinking about it. Limp.
AA Blast coming up to the mid lane. Just checking if Nico Baby maybe wants to morph everything into Agi. OG really shut down Dragon Knight. He's fell 400 all the way from that Blink Dagger.
They shut down Jakiro as well as he was buying that secret shop. It feels like Alliance a little bit getting sucked into OG's messy, brawly teamfight ways. DK with a double bracer now, 200 off the Blink, so should have it in the next 30 seconds, minute or so. He's clearing out Ancients. Scared of the incoming OG horde of heroes, though.
Scanning.
Handscan under Vendetta. FNG TP mid.
Bottom tower is under
S4
attack.
going for courier snipes.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Getting courier snipes.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
OG did smoke up. Mid one. Looking for a target to charge onto. Pops his Necrobook to farm the creeps. And moving towards FNG. Hanskin also being found here by 3 other members of OG. Spirit Breaker charges away to find the Jakiro, but mid one turned on by the Dragon Tail. The double breaths of dragons coming out. But he's a tanky boy, 1400 health. S4 sprinting out from Assassinate and Ice Blast. And things are all getting really scrappy now. 1k lead for Alliance. We are yet to see... Like, Nico Baby has bought this E-Blade and not used it.
Radiant's bottom tower
OG,
is under
they
attack.
got like 2-3k gold advantage in the last few minutes. They've been just running at them. Now they have a Blink Dagger on a Dragon Knight. Seems like Alliance just wants the smoke. You wanted to see the usage of the E-Blade. Let's see it.
And there it is. Immediately dispatching with Saxa Sniper. Still very distant from that Aghanim Scepter as FNG throws his spells into the mix. S4 doesn't have time lapse.
Is under attack.
Gets dragged back into the fire as Nico Baby does get a double, looking for the triple no-tail burnt to a crisp. FNG securing that one. Again, 2 supports plus a core in exchange for S4.
See you later, nerds.
It looked pretty even until Nico Baby decides to join a team fight. He's also getting a Lincoln Sphere next item, it seems. Yeah, great against the charge, great against the lasso initiation.
Nice early warning system, right? Make sure that... Assassinate from the Ag Sniper as well.
Ah, that as well.
Blocked out.
Saxa's getting closer. Just 1.5k gold away.
Alright, so 1.5 second stun. Pretty hefty once he gets it.
Radiant's courier has been killed. Radiant's
Nico
middle
Baby
tower
just
is
continues
under
farming
attack.
out that long lane up top. No one's come to stop him. No tail with double Sage's Mask. Getting closer to his own Blink Dagger right now. There's another form of initiation here from OG and another Infest target that Sumail can potentially play with when he feels that he's ready to move out and play the game. Now farming towards MKB on top of Armlet Basher.
Basher is the build. We've seen trolls picking up earlier Bashers. And this is one way to annoy people and spam chat voice lines when you get that very nice timed bash. Smoke, once again, from
Radiant's
Alliance.
bottom tower is under attack.
Can they stop the Sniper Axe timing? It looks like Saxa annihilated by Alliance. I'm just going to leave this one for S4. Let him take it. The charge is coming in though. They see the Weaver, grab the Bounty Rune. Open wounds, are you going to try and time-lapse? There's the bash. First hit from Sumail. Batrider arriving as S4 walks into Thompson, but the jump stun, catching AA. Can't even cast the bloody spell. Interesting, he says, as he throws an Ice Blast and takes down S4. Didn't get himself away from all that lockdown from OG. Still a 2-for-1. Position 3 Weaver, don't forget, giving his life for the mid and the pos 4. OG don't have too many spells remaining, so Alliance bolstering their efforts towards the mid lane. Grab a Philosopher's Stone there and hand that over to Jakiro.
Dragonite still doesn't have a neutral item. So I guess FNG gives him Keen Optic. Nope, doesn't need anything. There's 4-man Shield, Iron with 3, and Iron Talon available.
Yeah, poor man's Shield being shifted out by the Nyx. Now he wants the Philosopher's Stone. Carapacing mid one's initiation. TP coming in from Weaver. OG spreading pretty wide across the map now. Sniper, Spirit Breaker, aiming towards top. Potentially trying to pop FNG, but he's got the Ice Path to stop that from coming his way. Sumail kind of forced to rage and run as S4's Weaver shows himself in that mid lane.
This will come in handy.
19 to 19. It feels like both of these teams trying to keep the kill score as even as possible all the way through this. And we had like 7-7, 11-11, 13-13. Dead even in that regard. And OG is still keeping up with the net worth. Only a 2k lead for Alliance, even though it feels like the game is slowly but surely shifting their way.
It's just that Morph is ultimate carry in this game. Lincoln Sphere, Ethereal Blade 22 minutes in. He can solo kill anyone except Lifestealer at this point. Okay, maybe Spirit Breaker, he bought the full Sun, so he's tanky enough. Saksa, 1,000 gold away from that Aghanim Scepter. Then we're gonna see some charge, assassinate, follow up with the Ice Blast Blaze.
Is under attack.
Mid one. That's a tier 2 tower. He does have the backup of 3 other heroes behind him. Again, Thompson going into that Aghanim Scepter. A long, hard road ahead of him to get it, though. As Alliance decide it is Roshan time. Nika Baby there in the pit. Max Agi pops the Lincolns with the strength with Active Strike. And pushes damage with the Agi one. We've also got the Swarm on Roshan, so slowly but surely ticking away at his armor.
AA ulti will connect.
And now a charge. They've got the vision in the pit. Roshan, it does fall here for Nico Baby to grab the Aegis. Mid one gives up on the connection.
Seems like Limp wants to have things balanced, still not having any neutral item.
I can win this game without a neutral item.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Morphling with Vambrace. Oh, that's lovely. 232 agility. Batrider does have a Blink Lasso with a clumsy net up here.
Has fallen.
Can't go on that Morphling, of course, with Lincoln's. As an Ice Blast. Doesn't connect on anybody. Alliance have already all TP'd, and Hansken has found Thompson. He doesn't have a TP on Thompson. Must have been cancelled out by the Nyx Assassin as Nico Baby comes in to clear up yet another simple kill. And now things not so balanced. 21 to 19. OG on the retreat. Oh, a double damage rune.
There's still tier 1, tier 2 tower left on the bottom. Seems like Alliance can just push it in, take control, and then having also another entrance to enemy triangle.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So Limp Arcane Rune Dragon Form drops the bottle for Nico Baby now to take that DD.
Do you think Nico Baby will ever give him back the bottle?
No, that's his now. Once you get, like, you know, it's one of those like scaling things where if a position 5 gives the 4 the bottle, the 4 can keep it forever. If the 4 gives the 3 or the 3 gives, you know, the 2 gives it to the 1 keeps it. That's his now.
Can't argue with your logic, Gary.
It's like one of those pyramid schemes. The pyramid schemes of bottles. Nico Baby, way falling forward, just right-clicking down Sumail, but the bash and that Ice Blast ticking down as they do find the Batrider in the background. Sumail still running low on HP, infesting to Thompson, as Hansken looking to retreat, but they've caught out this AA with an E-Blade. They can't do too much more damage into that, though, as they're relying on physical hits from S4 and this DK, as Limp's shredded here. OG defending valiantly, as Alliance have already lost Aegis and might be losing the Morphling soon. Alliance a step too far as the bridge below them breaks, and OG are clearing them up one by one. The Lincoln's popped, waveform out. Nico Baby does escape with a TP. 3 for 2 exchange, and S4 still getting popped out by the Assassinate, but he's fast enough with that Shikuchi to escape.
If they can get the initiation on AA, just try to burst him down. There's no real save on OG. That's gonna help Morphling a lot. He lost the Aegis, almost lost his second life after that.
He could, E-Blade kill off the AA, but he in fact stopped S4 and Limp from finishing him off, and then the fight got really scrappy.
S4 is getting closer to his Aghanim Scepter. Just needs another minute to finish it off. And then NicoBaby can play more aggressive. There's always going to be a time lapse.
And then they have the BKB on Limp coming soon as well. Dodges away from the Assassinate with his Blink. And that means Ice Blast and Charge won't land either. Hanskin thinking about the turn onto mid one. 2.2k health. A little too much for Alliance to handle. As No Tail waiting in the shadows here. Ready with the Blink Lasso. OG converging towards the mid lane. Lifestealer with MKB completed. Moving towards Eye of Skadi, it looks like. It's going to help him shred through the Dragon Knight.
And the extra slow and the region plus lifesteal reduction. It's great against Morphling and Dragon Knight. It's like having a spirit vessel.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
OG smoking straight after the pickoff on Batrider. Charging Hanskin.
Radiant
Cancelling
structures
it
are
out.
fortified.
Cowardly.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I want to group up with a Lifestealer instead. Bottom tier 2 opens up for OG. And again we're back, 23 to 23.
Radiant's bottom tower
I don't know if there's some
is
kind of
under
mini
attack.
game they're playing here, but a charge, Ice Blast, S4, time lapse, Kanchikuchi away as well as OG. Getting stopped in these initiations. And a Carapace onto Sniper, opening up for the Morphling to Adaptive. Into that E-Blade, now he's in Spirit Breaker mode, but Sumail arriving, bashing up NicoBaby. He's charging forward, but being bashed around, and now he's dead. Hits the ground with a thud. And Lifestealer, massive amounts of damage here, Thompson clearing up a double kill. Sumail still with an Infest, ready to jump forward if anyone else wants to follow him, but their two forms of initiation, Batrider and Spirit Breaker, are both down.
Maybe there was a little bit of misplay there. NicoBaby saw Aghanim Scepter being delivered on Weaver, but she used it before the Aghanim Scepter delivered, so that means old cooldown. So didn't have it. Also, I don't think it's great to shift into Spirit Breaker. They're much better heroes, especially Lifestealer, free BKB.
Sumail, what are you doing? He was hasted, running through mid, chasing heroes, hitting tower, raged up, and then dies. Most bizarre move I've seen in a long time. I can't even say words anymore, it's confused me that much. Assassinate into no lasso. No tail, no life, about to die, but he pops his wand, gets his lasso off, and S4 falls. Limp BKB'd, but he's still being harassed by Saxa and mid one now. Has the Dragon Tail to turn and run. As Hanskin arriving again. Carapace. Knows where the sniper is, but a charge from mid one, focusing with the Assassinate onto Limp. Ice Blast coming on in. Limp's cleared up by Thompson now as FNG. An additional little kill here that OG could grab, but NicoBaby, he has arrived again. Where's he going? Because FNG is being charged. Spirit Breaker with the Necro units. And NicoBaby really wants to be in Spirit Breaker mode, it looks like. Focusing down to mid one, but he can't kill him off with just an E-Blade Adaptive. That's half HP for a Spirit Breaker.
Follow him. Let's go.
I need everyone to be spamming their moves right now. Yes, thank you, players. Moo! Get yourself out of there, mid one. Go on, try. I dare you. NicoBaby shuts him down.
That's one way to close the gap. If he sees a Spirit Breaker, turns into him, and then finds AA in the back lines. AA now, once again, finished that Aghanim Scepter, so that means no cooldown on Chilling Touch.
Next item, Kaya. Lacoste, these games are getting weirder and weirder. Sentry down, Hanskin very fast, Carapace. He's still vendetted, but clumsy net. Catching him up, turns to stun, but he's dead. NicoBaby thinking about breaking high ground there. Absolutely not worth it, as No Tail. They can pop the Lincolns with the Assassinate and move into the Blink Lasso. He didn't get Attribute Shift off. He does get the waveform.
There's the time lapse.
With the time lapse, thankful for S4 and his positioning. While Sumail has been found by Limp and FNG. BKB, but Infest out with a Centaur Courser, stunning the creep. And making sure that there is no fast escape. Sumail has to turn and fight now. There's no TP for him. Limp is dropping low, but S4 again with the time lapse back. Aghanim Scepter paying for itself.
Next Roche may respawn in 10 seconds. This is where Alliance can easily go in, take it, have that cheese and Aegis. Mid one.
Aggressively. Nico Baby looking to clear up the Batrider. Very nearly had it all done and dusted. No tail will fall to that dual breath, and the time lapse back allows Nico Baby to escape from danger, and mid one falling. OG now crumbling one by one. 4 heroes in a row for Alliance. And where's the 5th one? Sax is in the fountain.
S4 has one job. Just use time lapse on Morphling. No one else. Unless they initiate with the Ice Blast and it does not connect on Morph, then he can do it. But it's still one job.
S4 still getting peeped. He's buying a Lincoln's from... It's been a long time since I've seen so many Lincoln Spheres, you know, Lacoste. That item has felt pretty lackluster.
I feel bad for Limp. He had the great laning stage. After that, they just bullet him. 6 deaths on Dragon Knight.
Is under attack.
Charge. He's had 4 heroes chasing him for the past 20 minutes. Charge, Ice Blast, assassinates everything. We're now 11,000 ahead. Alliance finally getting into their groove. They found the rhythm, and OG's eclectic lineup is starting to fall apart a little bit. Batrider with an infested Lifestealer, jump lasso onto Nyx, but the Carapace timing out from Hanskin and a great Ice Path, Macropire double stun combo, down you go. OG get blown up as Nico Baby finds the backstab onto Sax's Sniper. And where's mid one? Where's Thompson? They are hiding away, showing themselves anywhere on the lanes.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Nico Baby straight up onto high ground into tier 3s. Alliance want to close this one out. Dragon form, half duration remaining. And an open lane of barracks with top lane also pushing in with a massive creep wave. OG gonna have to buy back the Lifestealer. Mid one in, Yule's up. Ice Path will connect onto him as Hanskin turns to stun, but the rage there from Sumail allows him to move forward, then shift back, as it is still a 3 versus 5. No Ice Blast for 30 seconds, and your barracks are most certainly dead. There is Limp jumping in. Thompson, E-Blade adaptive down to half HP as the Ice Path keeps him held in place. Still no kill there. As Thompson survives thanks to OG holding on to this ranged barracks middle lane.
Roche just spawned. It's being pinged out. I saw a lot of replay videos where Lifestealer and Spirit Breaker are just chilling inside the Cybertruck, but I've never seen OG pulling off one combo like that.
Maybe now. Any charge? Any infest? Just a bit of smoke. OG, under that cover of smoke, shifting themselves towards the pit. They don't have scan anymore. Let's see if Alliance are going to scan up on this high ground, because OG, they are coming in. Backstabbing the Morphling. They can pop Lincolns quickly with Assassinate. And we've seen how fast they can lasso, and there it is. Bounty set on Nico Baby. He's pinging where he wants to stand, waveforming high ground. Nico Baby aggressively now into Lifestealer mode, gets the rage off in time, turns to face Sumail, as in the back of the fight, the Dragon Knight looking for other targets, but Nico Baby, where's the time lapse? S4 doesn't get it off. Nico Baby's down with no buyback for 1.5 minutes, and S4 follows him. OG with a comeback of the century here. Taking down Alliance, 3 heroes gone, and Roshan's open up for the Dire. Oh, they do get the Batrider with Limp and Hanskin. The buyback from FNG, gonna Ice Path mid one. But Alliance cannot stand without S4 and Nico Baby. Still gonna smoke forward though. Where are they going?
Nico Baby invested all of his gold into the items.
Sumail stunned. The Dragon Knight, so much damage, and another sick Ice Path from FNG. Thompson and Sumail without mid one because he TP'd home. Left stranded here.
Oh, mid one, what are you doing? This is a full KEKW strat. You can't just leave a man behind.
Yeah, bouncy runes for Hanskin. I really didn't think they would, have it in them there. To be able to fight 3 versus 4 or whatever it was. There's some great chain stuns. Oh, Hanskin. Carapace into Vendetta. Mid one, no reveal. No, of course not. Aghanim's Scepter on Spirit Breaker. Charge move speed increase. Reduces cooldown. No longer the
11 seconds.
AoE Nether Strike it used to be. No Tail. Caught up inside the fire and the flames of Chikiro. He's going to burn himself up to the high ground though, as Limp still giving him the clicks. And Limp pops his wand, has a Dragon Tail onto mid one to stop the charge coming in. And now the E-Blade Adaptive Strike monstrosity of Nico Baby coming through. Hanskin body blocking mid lane Saxa. What's he going to do now? Impale, line it up. The Dragon stunned, not even needed. Just 2 hits from Limp to clear up yet another kill. And OG on the ropes once more. This all started with a Roshan fight like 6 minutes ago, and it's been non-stop since then. Thompson dead without the ability to stand his ground. Time-lapse comes through as the buybacks from OG. Spirit Breaker Engine Apparition inside the fountain, but they're being dived and obliterated. Nico Baby clearing them up with a double kill, and surely this has got to be it now.
No. All right, they called it. I thought they're gonna wait until the throne falls, but no tail with the double G's. S4 try to kill Nico Baby using time lapse on him. Send him back to the fountain.
Ending up 46-32. Alliance 2-0ing OG, and we all know OG were out of the group stage out of the tournament. And Alliance now, I believe, securing themselves, if not top 2 spots. They've got themselves definitely into that playoff position in Group B. Oh, that was an interesting series, Lacoste, wasn't it?
Yeah, sometimes we need a game like this, you know, to rest our brains. You don't need to think. There's just full device strat from one of the teams where they want to keep fighting, different itemization. And, I mean, OG was already out of the tournament, so that's kind of expected.
Absolutely were. And I believe